Lara Croft, their glorious return.
I'm Tessa Smith with Screen Rant. Thank you so much, Tasha, for taking the time.
Hi, Tessa, your background is badass. I love it.
Thank you. I got to tell you, I loved this. We got 8 episodes, and I flew through it. I thought it was fantastic.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah. Well, for you, what was it like getting to explore and play in such an iconic franchise?
It was a dream come true, literally. I've been a fan of these games since I was a little kid. So it's been, incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's gotta be fantastic. So
it's like you're living your fantasies in every episode. It's great.
Oh, I love it. So what was it like trying to find that balance though of like bringing something new to Lara, but like keeping the heart of what fans like you love, you know?
Yeah. It was definitely a balance, but I do feel like in playing the games, you do miss a whole section of Lara's life, which is what is it like sort of beyond the tombs? What are her relationships like? Like, I was always so curious when Lara could call up a friend in the middle of like the nowhere in Thailand. Like, how did she meet that person? You know, so like the show gets to explore how she made these relationships and the origin story of a lot of her life that we sort of just take for granted when we meet her in those 90s games.
Yeah. And what do you think it was about Hayley that makes her such a great Lara? Because she's so good.
I'm so glad you say that because I think she is Lara in her real waking life. It's funny because she, you know, was recording or filming for Mission Impossible at the same time she was recording for us. And so it was a lot of, oh, I did that stunt last week, so I know exactly what that sounds like. Or, I mean, she herself is just a natural adventurer while also being just an incredible dramatic actress. So she is sort of the perfect encapsulation of Lara during this sort of bridge period of time.
That's crazy she was doing that at the same time. She was doing Mission Impossible. Kind of perfect.
She's nuts.
She's crazy. I love it, though. I want to talk to you about the villain here. I know there's not probably much you can say, but can you talk about deciding on how to find the perfect villain for this series?
Yeah, absolutely. I knew I wanted Lara, who, coming from the Survivor series, has just been dealing with a lot that can take someone to a really dark place. Like, the idea of Lara going to therapy was so cool to me, and hating it, which is obviously how she would behave. So I really wanted to see Lara move past that darkness that we saw in the Survivor series. And I think to do that, she needed to be up against someone who was dealing with a similar kind of darkness, and to see that reflected back on her and force her to choose, do I want to take that path or not? And so for me, it was important to find a really good foil for her in that way. So hopefully we did.
Yeah, no, I think so for sure. Awesome. I got to tell you, one of my favorite lines in here, because it's so relatable. I think it was in the first or second episode, but it was like, I love your dress. Thanks. It has pockets. Like, I'm going to ask you like how that came about, because I was like, that is my life. Like, I get this.
Well, because I'm the same way, Tessa. Every woman we have ever met is like, why does this beautiful dress not have pockets? And so, and like, Lara is Lara Croft, emphasis on the Croft part. So she's going to have a dress that is kind of bespoke in her way, and she's going to make sure there's pockets in it. Practical.
I started cracking up. I had to back up because I missed what was happening after it. I was laughing so hard. I was like, this is perfect. It was so good. So a lot of fans, myself included, whenever something that you love so much gets a new adaptation, you kind of go in cautiously optimistic, right?
Oh, yeah.
So what would you say to fans of Tomb Raider?
I would say that I am one of you. I am a huge fan as well. And everyone who worked on this, who animated it, designed it, they all played these games when they were little girls and boys as well. So we're all coming from it from a place of, we don't want to disappoint ourselves. And hopefully we don't disappoint you as well, because if this is a show that succeeds at not disappointing us, then I think we've done a good job.
Amazing. I think you did do a great job. And then final question, speaking of adaptations, Red Sonja's coming.
Yes.
Anything you can tease, because I'm very excited for that as well.
Nothing I can tease. It should be really cool, though. It's a really cool origin story of her, and if you're a fan of it, you will be surprised.
Ooh, amazing. Well, I can't wait. Thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate
thank
it.
you, Tasha.
And congratulations. It's so much fun. It was so good.
Oh,
So
thank you so much for saying that.
How much longer can you persevere?